give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, who rule well, teach well, being great examples for each other brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh by Shem Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh by Shem Shai. And what I want to go into today, tonight, rather, is how, Yahweh by Shem Shai is nation building, with the elect. Okay? The hopeful elect is being groomed into a righteous nation through his word. And what we're seeing is one nation being brought down and another nation being exalted. Okay? This is what we're witnessing, all right, in the earth real time. Okay? Matter of fact, let's start off here. Let's start off here with a prophecy, that we're witnessing real time. And it's a beautiful thing to understand what's going on in the spirit. Okay? Now, this is the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 6, verse 9. It said, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows." And see, that's the narrative that we're seeing playing out in the earth. We're at the end of Esau's rulership, and that's why Israel is becoming more of the topic in the earth, because Israel is the beginning of it that followeth, man. Okay, the beginning of our eternal empire, all right, is the end. It will start at the end of this man's kingdom. Okay, that's why you see that militaries have this much destructive power. Why do militaries have this much destructive power, man? You got 2 or 3 nations that pretty much have enough, a nuclear arsenal between America, Russia, China, okay? They could just destroy the earth almost, man. Why is that, man? Because the Yahweh Shem Shai is about to end this thing, man. Okay? And he's from the start, our dynasty, man. Our eternal dynasty. Okay? So this is what we're seeing. Like, when we're on these videos, this is for the purpose of nation building, man. We leave these videos and we should, be built up to become better than what we were, man. That's why you go into edification, means to build up. Okay? And the more we're obedient, the more this becomes our lifestyle, the more built up we are, man. Okay? So when you go to Psalms 50, all right, and 20, it says, I started at 16 and I jumped to 20. This is Psalm 50 and 16. It says, "But unto the wicked, the Most High saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?" Yeah, because here it is, you have these Edomites, and this is in every way. You got the small hats. Then you got these Christian Edomites who act like, the Bible is their standard, But then you look out in society, and the society is completely anti-Messiah. Okay? And the Most High knows how he made Esau. So he's telling Esau, look, what have you do to declare my statutes? Okay? Seeing that you hate instruction. Like, nigga, I know how I made you. You weren't built to listen. You weren't built to be righteous, man. Okay? And this is why we see the society and the condition that it's in, because Esau hates the instructions of righteousness, and that's why he has no place in the rightful kingdom. This is why we're seeing him being faded out as a righteous kingdom is being raised up, and it begins with the people. Okay? Jerusalem is a people before a place. So Jerusalem is being built right before everyone, man. You see? When you go keep reading, and it says, "Seeing thou hatest instruction and casting my words behind thee," verse 20, it says, "Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, thou slanderest thy own mother's son." Yeah, because within Esau's rulership, he has invested into a lot of propaganda, okay, to demonize and devalue the tribes, man. Okay, and a lot of Jakes play into, these stereotypes that Esau has pushed out there. Okay, dumb niggas, deadbeats, thugs, killers, robbers, okay, dope boys. You see, a lot of Jake play in that narrative, man, but that's not who we are as a people, man. Okay, when Esau portrays Jake on a global level, is always in some degraded form, man. Okay, he pushed that propaganda throughout the earth as if that's what we were, man. Savages, man. Okay, dumb, not fully developed humans, man. He's been pushing that propaganda for a long time, man. You know what? 3/5 of a human. You see, within this man's rulership, the image that he portrayed of us on a global scale, all right, was inferior, man. Okay, but we have this word now, and now we're becoming superior through our power, Yahweh Bashim Shai. Okay, Yahweh Bashim Shai is making his men superior, man, and ultimately he's building a righteous nation, all right, through this word, man. You see? So it says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. The Most High has pretty much allowed Esau, Edom, to forward his wickedness in the earth, to forward his slander of the tribes in the earth, man. Okay? To be exalted on high as the top nation in the earth. He has been allowed to do that. Okay? So now we're seeing the Most High. See, the sign that the Most High is being active in the earth is him raising up the prophets, man. Okay, which you would get. And it says, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. And this is what's happening. So Esau is being reproved. You see how the spotlight is on Esau, man. Okay? Spotlight on Amalek, these small hats. Okay? Because he's being reproved. All his lies are at the surface now, man. And steady coming up to the surface. And he's being interrogated, man. The earth is, making inquiry of this guy, man. Okay? He's been, he's been told by himself, beginning with the prophets. He's been told about himself. He's being reproved. And that's Yahweh Shema Shah speaking through the prophets, reproving this man. This the Lord, this is Yahweh Shema Shah speaking through his men, reproving Esau Edom. Okay? And at the same time, he's setting us in order before, all right, his eyes, man. He said, I'm going to reprove you, but I'm going to set them in order before thine eyes, man. And this is why you see these small hats scrambling, trying to come up with a way to stop this momentum, man. Okay? They want to stop this building. Okay? They want to stop us from nation building, but it's not going to happen, man. Okay? And the prophets are a sign that the Lord is dealing. Okay? And you go to Isaiah 19. This is Isaiah 19, and in 19 it says, in that day there shall be an altar to the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai in the midst of the land of Egypt. And this speaking of spiritual Egypt, which is America, man. Okay, because hey, the truth began where? In one West, and you go into the history, the majority of Amalek that's in America is in New York. Okay? And the truth came out of where? New York. You see? Out of one West. The Lord is strategic in how he set this thing up in the spirit, man. The apostles and elders are in New York for a reason, man. Okay? It's spiritual warfare, man. So as Amalek, that's his chief place in America, New York. What do you have, man? You have the apostles in the main camp in New York, man. Spiritual warfare, man. Okay? And this place is being taken down. All right? Now, when you keep reading, it says, verse 20, it says, Well, I read verse 19 again. It says, "In that day shall there be an altar." And see, these camps are like altars, man. Okay? A place where offerings go up. And the brothers are what? Living sacrifices. The scriptures say, make your body an acceptable sacrifice. Okay? What's that in Romans 12? I'll get it real quick. You know? And we just flowing in the spirit. Alright? So you go to the book of Romans. Let's see. Romans 12. Romans 12 and 1. It says, "I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service." Okay, so our bodies are a living sacrifice, man. Okay, because brothers are out there, on the front line where, hey, we can lose a lot of things quick, man. Our lives on the line, our livelihoods on the line, you know, when we're out there, man. You see? But that's our reasonable service, man. All right, for the goodness that the Lord has coming for His people, man. This is our reasonable service, man. That our bodies being that living sacrifice, man. Okay. So that spiritual altar in Egypt, okay, America. Then you have what? The men that are those spiritual sacrifices, man. Okay. And it says, "For they shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors." Well, it's like y'all skip verse 20. Says, "It shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of hosts in the land of Egypt." So this is a sign and a witness that the Lord is dealing with His people, man. Okay, everybody, as you have, say all these talking points going about Israel, you have everybody throwing opinions back and forth, but the prophets being raised up and teaching, okay, and prophesying is the sign that the Lord is dealing with His people, man. The hell with a nigga opinion, man. Okay, some goddamn Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Okay, Shaq and Charles Barkley, their opinion don't matter, man. Okay, all these people got they point of views and opinions about these talking points that's going on. It don't matter. The Lord is showing He's with His people through raising of the prophets, man. That's the sign, man. And it says, "And it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord Yahweh Shema of hosts in the land of Egypt, for they shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors, and He shall send them a Savior, Yahweh Shai, and a great one, and He shall deliver them." So the Heavenly Father is going to send a Savior. Okay, who He? It says He is going to send a Savior. Who is He going to send? Yahweh Shai. Okay, Yahweh Shai going to end all the arguments and opinions and talking points when He comes, man. Okay, and then you go here. All right, I think that's Psalms 120. We're talking about Jerusalem, man. Yep. I think I read into it. This is Psalms 122 and 1. Okay, and this is a Psalm of David. Okay, and it says, "Pray for the peace of Jerusalem." This Psalms 122 and 1. It says, "I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord." And see, this is their house. Yahweh Shema Shai has made a temple out of His people in the spirit. That's why we can go here and dwell, because the presence of the Lord is here. This is His house, man. Brothers setting up these altars, making sacrifices, which righteous doctrine is a form of a righteous sacrifices, man, going up. The true doctrine. Okay? So here it is, you have the altar set up, which the altar was in the old temple. Okay? Then you have what, man? The prayers. The prayers are likened to the incense. Okay? So the Most High has created a temple, all right, amongst His people, where His people can go and dwell in the spirit. That's why I said, whenever 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am there also. Because the temple represents the presence of the Lord in the earth, man. Okay, and that's why whenever we would be taken down, what did the heathen do? They would destroy the temple. Okay, as a you know, as a device to separate us from our power, to separate us from the presence of our power, man. But guess what? Now we can do daily sacrifice, okay, via the will. You see? So now, all right, as the scriptures say, Psalms 122 and 1, I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. Our feet shall stand within thy gates, O Jerusalem. Jerusalem is builded as a city that is compact together. Okay? We're being built. Okay? And we're being built on the foundation of Yahweh Shai. You see? Everything is based off Yahweh Shai. And this is what we're seeing happening, man. Okay? You brothers and you sisters, you're becoming a great nation right before the eyes of Esau Edom, man. Okay? And the Most High is setting them up because he going to get so agitated, he going to make a move, and then Yahweh Shema Shai going to make a move, man. Okay? But hey, this word is coming down and is watering the elect, man. Okay? Which you'll get that. Hey, because when you go into it, we've all become born again. You know? And what happens, man, we start to grow. And now, you know, hey, you see spiritual maturity amongst the body. Because, hey, pretty soon, you know, because we're like a body all together. You know, each brother, each believer, you know, is in a different stage of their walk. But overall, as a body, we're all growing together. So it's like the body of Yahushua was born in the earth, okay? And it's heavy, man. Just as Yahushua was, you know, born, okay, literally, okay? Then what? He became an adult, and then eventually what? He was taken away. You see? So it's like the body of Yahushua, the believer, was born, and now we're being nurtured up to adults, man. Okay? Let's get it again, man. Let's get that in read it again and we'll move on. It says this Psalms 122 and 3. It said Jerusalem is built as a city that is compact together. Okay? Verse 4, whither the tribes go up, the tribes of the Lord, unto the testimony of Israel, to give thanks unto the name of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, for there are set thrones of judgment, the thrones of the house of David, man. And these elites know that, man. Okay? And remember what Joab and David was doing, all right, to those Edomites, man. And Amalek know, okay, that's the biggest threat to you know, these Amalekites. The house of Amalek is the house of David, man. Okay? they know the history, man. These at least know the exact history, man. Okay? They got some records and some things. They know, okay, the dominance of the house of David in the earth, man. This is why they want to stop it, man. Okay? Why you see all this pettiness going on from Eden. Okay? But just as he couldn't stop the birth of Yahushua Herod, you know, he couldn't stop the birth of Yahushua, he can't stop the birth and the development, okay, of the elect, man. All right? Ain't nothing he can do to stop it. So when you go to St. John chapter 3, yep, St. John 3 and 1, it says, there was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to Yahushua by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from the Most High, for no man can do these miracles that thou doest, except the Most High be with him. Yahushua answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of heaven. And it begin with us being born again. Okay? Really seeing everything differently, man. Okay? This is what we're seeing happening, all right, is the birth of an empire, man. And it begins with each individual of the elect being born again, but collectively, it's an empire being formed, man. It's an empire that was born. You see? They wanted to kill Yahweh because Herod knew, okay, the king represents an empire, okay? And Yahweh was their king, prophesied to come. You see? And it says, Nicodemus said unto him, how can a man be born when he is old? All right, simple. All right, simple as hell. It said, can he enter the second time into the mother's womb and be born? Yahweh shall answer, verily, verily, I say unto you, except a man be born of water and of spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Okay? So you have to be born of water, this doctrine, and then the spirit, the understanding of the doctrine, man. Okay? And what happens when we're born? Okay? We're nourished. Okay? We're nourished through this word. So when you get so when you get 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 1, I started at 2. Well, I started at 1, said, wherefore laying aside all malice and all guile, which is deception, and hypocrisy, which, you know, and envies and all evil speaking. See, that's what we have to be born again from, man, them old ways, man. That guile, deception, you know, and because you got men and women, scammers, that make a living, you know, off actually scamming people that guile or just having, you know, slick, always trying to get over here and there, you know, that energy, man, you know, get over on people. That's an old way, and that's dominant nigga culture, you know, they're getting out on people. You see, we were born from that, man. Men getting out on women, you know, women getting out on men, men getting out on other men, you know, amongst nigga culture. Okay? Hypocrisy, you know, in the church saying, singing, you know, singing all these songs, sweating, okay? The never ending goddamn, you know, solo, okay? All these things our people was doing, but then they would do the exact opposite of what the scriptures say. That's why even Yahweh Shah said, why call me Lord, Lord, and do none of the things I say, man? Well, we was born from that, born again to where we started to do everything that the scriptures say that we could to the best of our ability, man. Okay, so we was born again, okay, from those old ways, man. Okay? And it says, um, yep, it says, verse 2, as newborn babes, okay, desire the sincere milk of the word that ye may grow thereby. Okay, so you know, born again, and what do newborns drink? They drink milk. And they become what? Develop. Okay, how we develop through the word. Let's prove it. How we develop is through the word. When you go to yes, Isaiah. Let's get that in Isaiah. The so let's get Isaiah 28:9. It said, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Okay, so as we become newborns, what do? We get on the milk. And that's how we start to learn doctrine. Okay? Verse 10 it says, "For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little." Okay, and that's how these lessons come out. That's why brothers jump through the scriptures, putting what? Precept on precept and line upon line. Okay? And the believers are being developed what? Through the milk. You know? And then we be developing to what? Children, then adults. Okay? In the spirit. And this is what the Lord is doing, man, because see, keeping the law really, it's like, of like Jake boasting the law, but really keeping the law is um, something we do in the beginning phase of this thing, man. As far as as we are developed, like eating pork, not eating pork, not eating shrimp, not celebrating, holidays that are pretty much ABC type things, man. Because hey, it's a lot of people that do that, but are they being developed in the spirit? Are they being cultivated to be a ruler? The women being cultivated to be wives of those men? Okay, that's what the kingdom. Now we start to keeping the law. We do that to the best of our ability, but like I said, that's really ABC. Okay, not to cover your head while you're prophesying. Okay, not to get lined up. That's pretty much ABCD. The alphabets of being who we are. Okay, but we really started being developed on how to move and become leaders and judges amongst our people. Okay, as we grow into what? An empire. Those are things of adults in the spirit. Okay, because you can have Jake with fringes on everything, don't not getting lined up. Okay, but then he burning, his Nike collection on goddamn TikTok, man. Okay, and then nigga gonna go buy all these shoes for the holiday. He gotta go place them shoes, man. You know, you gonna burn Eve Air Max. Look, Jake tripping, man. You know, but that same Jake you seen, he had the fringes on, but you see, spiritually, he's still a child. He's still he's a newborn. In the spirit. you know, so we're being developed by this word in its entirety, man. Jake gets so caught up on putting fringes on and trying to beat you in the head with the law. But I say the law is really A, B, C, D. It's really elementary for us to be who we are. You know, the adult things are what, man. You know, running the nation. You see, first govern ourselves, then govern our household, then you start governing, outside your household, man. Okay, that's becoming an adult. Okay, in the spirit, man, which is what? Nation building. Okay, let's go from there because you go do the run. Let's get that. Do the run. Well, let's get that. First Corinthians scripture speak about that. It might be Second Corinthians. First Corinthians. Yep, this is First Corinthians 13 and 11. It said, "When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child." You know, and when we're born again in spirit, we have a very childlike mindset towards everything that's happening. Because when you're a child, you don't fully understand how things work, okay, how the systems work, you know, that maintain the situation around you. When you're a child, you don't understand those things. Before, okay, 5 years old, you don't understand about bills and how to budget money, and you know, you understand groceries and how much grocery it takes to maintain, you know, 4 person household. You don't understand those things. You just, you know, being fed and being developed. You see, but as you get older, then you start to understand the more serious affairs of what's going on in the household. Okay, you just get to the age where you got chores and different things. You know, well, your chore is a necessity to run that household, like the dishes being washed, the garbage being taken out. Well, now you're starting to take on tasks to help forward and run that household, man. Okay, and as you get a little older, you know, you probably start cutting the grass. Okay, now you're being more essential to the household because why? You're becoming mature. You're not thinking as a child anymore. All the way until you get on your own, and then you fully understand how these systems work. You know how you need to put something back. How you know, just the essentials of how a household is ran. And this is what the Lord is doing. You know, with the body. You know, when you're a newborn, all you probably gotta do is come here and eat. You know, you just turn on the screen, you know, and just eat. You know, not much is required of you as a newborn. Okay, a newborn isn't expected to do what someone that's 8, 9, 10 years old to do, or someone that's 12, 13, 14 year old to do. You know, and what babies do, they usually just eat all day. That's why we first come in, we binge watch, you know, so many lessons, man. With newborns in the spirit, you know, we still drawing from the breast. You see? And then we start to develop, then, you know, you start to function more independent. Like a one year old, he begins to walk a little bit. So now he has a little independence, you know. Then he pretty on the master walking, and he start running, you know. Then eventually he starts talking. Okay, now he's moving with a little more independent. You see, now he has a little more capabilities because he's developed into that, man. And this is what's happening with us, man. We're developing as a whole into a nation, man. Okay? This is back in 1 Corinthians 13:11 says, when I was a child, I spake as a child, understood as a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. Okay? And that's why as we develop, you start putting away childish things, man. There's things that we did when we first came into ministry, you know, we don't do it. We don't even think like that anymore, man. You know, you put away childish things, man, because now it's time for Yahweh Shai to establish the throne of David in the earth, man. Okay? This is the time that we in now. So now the focal point is prophecy, man. Things dealing with prophecy, man. We ain't got time, you know, to be caught up and entangled in the madness of this society. Okay? And you know, these dumb, you know, all these arguments going back and forth. Even like with uh you know, all these talking points. I think you had Charleston White, you know, he told Ye, you know, which hey, you know, that nigga funny, man. But we even with that guy, you know, we shouldn't have no expectations for that nigga, man. But to be, you know, a personality on YouTube that's most likely gonna be destroyed, man. You know, cause like I say, when it comes to niggas, you know, he make good points dealing with nigga culture, but outside there, he through. He doesn't have a way the nation build. Okay, all them vain ideas. It's funny. It's cute. Okay, when you talking about some nigga Yeezys, you know, making a nigga a tennis shoe. You know, what is that? A nigga tennis shoe making factory. You know, but at the end of the day, none of these men that our people look up to. They have these platforms. They have no, okay, blueprint of nation building. But see, the scriptures we do, okay, because guess what? As this word is going out and our people are becoming more and more, the hopeful elect is becoming more obedient, more mature in the spirit. Guess what? This place is being torn down, broken down, and we're being built up. Okay? Because Howard Shah gonna come back and do the heavy lifting, man. Okay? When he gets back, man. Alright? By taking this place to war. Okay? So let's go from there, because as this word is watering the earth, the elect are sprouting up. Okay? We go Deuteronomy chapter yep. This is Deuteronomy 32:1. It says, "Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth." So it's saying, "Give ear, O ye heavens," talking about the Shemayim, okay, the atmosphere, okay, because before the words are permitted, through these different devices, they go to the satellite, then they come back down to the different devices that the brothers and sisters are listening to, man. When we watch live streams, whoever we're watching, okay, it's just a real fast process. That's why, it's real time, where the signal goes first to the Shemayim, the atmosphere, to the satellites, then it comes down back down to the earth through different and multiple devices. That's why, when you go to Deuteronomy 32:1, it says, "Give ear, O ye heavens, the satellites, and I will speak." Okay, the teacher, okay, the prophets whom the Lord has raised up, and hear, O earth. And see, the Lord is speaking through us. This is the Lord speaking through men. You see, and it says, "O hear, O earth." So the words come back down to the earth. The words of my mouth. And who's the mouth of the prophet? I mean, the Lord, the prophets. "My doctrine shall drop as the rain." Showing it's talking about what? The doctrine is dropping down. Okay? Because there's multiple streams going on now. So you have the word going up. Because pretty much it's like what they call precipitation. How the water is absorbed into a cloud. Okay? And then eventually what is released and showered in the earth. Okay? It's pretty much like spiritual precipitation, man. Because you have, you have multiple brothers going live and it's hitting, multiple satellites, because it multiplies when it goes into the heavens, okay? And then it comes down as rain, because you have one brother, his signal going up to the heavens, all right, that word going through him, going to the heavens, the satellite, then it comes down to multiple listeners, man. Then you have other brothers doing the same thing at the same time, so it's like it's creating a shower. You see, like it's creating a shower in the earth of this word, man. Okay? And the elect are the plants that's being watered, that's being raised up, that's grown up. Okay? And it says, Deuteronomy 32:1, it says, "Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, my speech shall distill as the dew, as a small rain upon a tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass." Okay? And who are the grass, man? The elect. The herbs and the grass is the elect that's being watered. Okay, and being developed. Let's continue to prove that, man. Let's get this in Baruch. No, it's Sirach. Sirach 24. Let's get that. It's Sirach 24. And this is Sirach 24:30. It says, "I also came out as a brook from the river, and as a conduit in the garden. And what is the eye? The wisdom. Okay? It comes forth like a conduit, like streams of water. And it says, I said I will water my best garden. And who is that best garden? The elect of Israel. Okay? Because Israel likened to what? A vineyard. Okay? Israel is the vineyard of the Lord in Isaiah the 5th chapter. You see? But the best garden is the elect. Okay? of that vineyard. And I will water abundantly my garden bed. Yeah, abundantly. You know, that's why these lessons are in overflow. You can't keep up. And lo, my brook became a river, and my river became a sea. What is that speaking of? Growth. The brook became a river, and the river became a sea. This word is increased in the earth as the believers are increasing, man. The body is being developed together, man. We're growing, okay, together. And it says, I will yet make my doctrine to shine as the morning, and will send forth her light afar off. And how is this happening? Via the will. Okay? And it says, behold, I have not labored. Verse 33 says, I will not yet pour out. It says, I will yet pour out doctrine as prophecy, and leave it to all ages forever and ever. Okay? So this word was preserved for us in this time for us to be developed, okay, from the old man, okay, who we were. You see? So this word has been preserved for us to be developed and grow into an empire, man, for us to nation build in this last time until we're delivered, where we can go back home, man, and really establish, okay, order in the earth from our homeland, man. Okay? And we're growing into that. All right? That's why you read Isaiah one more. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verse 1. All right, 144. It said, yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, Israel, whom I have chosen. Thus said the Lord that made thee, and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant. And thus I said, thou Jeshurun, whom I have chosen, for I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. And I will pour my spirit upon thy seed. It says, and my blessings upon thine offspring. This is what we're seeing happening, man. You know, because this was told to our forefathers, okay? You had what? We are the seed of the men that is being told to real time. Okay? And what's happening? The Lord has poured his spirit, all right, within this generation of Israel for the sake of what? Nation building, man. Okay? In the spirit, because it begins, all right, with the wisdom. We're not physically nation building here as far as we trying to build actual cities and, you know, no, we talking about in the spirit. Mindsets are being developed towards, okay, the righteous kingdom to come. Okay? In the kingdom, these heathens are going to do the physical building. Okay? And it says, verse 3, for I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. And I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thine offspring. And they shall spring up as among the grass, as the willows by the water courses, man. Why? Because of the doctrine. So you seeing what? We're seeing the empire spring up, man. Each believer that wakes up, okay? Each member of the hopeful elect that wakes up, all right, is what, man? A piece of the empire, okay, of the nation that the Lord, is raising up in the day. And it says, one shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and surname himself by the name of Israel. Okay? And this is what we're seeing. Okay? Seeking the old paths, okay, in righteousness. And now, through the hopeful elect, righteousness is springing up in the earth. You see? So this is where we at with it, man. We're seeing a transition of one empire to another, man. And the Lord has one crumbling, okay, as we speak, and one being built as we speak, man. All according to the will, mercy, and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, so I pray that you brothers, all right, and you sisters were edified once again. Give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kabadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessings salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.